Good afternoon here. Good morning, good evening. I hope everyone's doing well. Today is July 12th, 2022. My name is Julie. I'm from Orange County, California. Welcome to our Speedy Live, Chris and Julie Speedy Live today. Good to have everyone joining us. Chris.
Hello. This is Chris Johnson from Michigan. My goodness, it's so hot out there. I mean, it's really hot. I mean, you need air conditioning in your pool. It's so hot. But we're here to do a Speedy Live. We're here to represent Kevin Rutledge and Pam Turner's YouTube, Julie Wen's YouTube, Chris Johnson's YouTube, anyone that's got a YouTube. We are here for you. We're speedy, we're needy. Yeehaw! Back to you, Julie.
Absolutely. You know, every day when Chris and I get on to do a Speedy Live, we have a lot of things to talk about. But before we go on, we said, what are we talking about? You know, so then we're like, okay, what comes to our mind? So what comes to my mind today, yesterday, I was talking about how we are encouraging founders, everybody to go out there and reached out to the customers or the people that owns, you know, businesses, small businesses and big businesses. So today, what comes to my mind today was talking about practice empathy, right? So now, when you talk about empathy, you might think empathy and sympathy are similar. I just want to focus on empathy because empathy and sympathy are two different things. And I'm not here to teach anyone or anything about words. I looked up, the word empathy means you have the ability to understand and share feelings of other people, right? So basically, when you are as a leader in the company or you are a leader in the community, leaders are the people that are not the people that are in charge, but they are the people that basically taking care of the people that in their charge, right? Simon Sinek said very beautiful in that part, because I followed this guy for a long time and he has many things. So I kind of just in that instant moment when I looked up the word empathy and then I thought about him. So, you know, what we all are here in our company called ONPASSIVE, our leader, our CEO, Mr. Ashmul Farah, basically, it's a guy who leads this company, right? But he leads with so much empathy. He really taking care of the people that he leads, whether or not they are our tech team, whether or not they are founders of ONPASSIVE, the way how he show empathy to each and every one of us individually, for those who have met him, understand that he has that full understanding of how our life, each and every one of us travel through our journey of life. Therefore, he created products and tools and services that we get to see some of them, but those products truly exhibit the characters of empathizer, you know, the people that actually looking in and understand others people on the other side of when we are using the products. I think that's really something that I would like to, from this point on, for myself and encouraging every one of us to practice empathy into things we are doing every day. Warren Buffett said, and this is really related to what we said yesterday, Chris, about customers. The satisfactions and the business that can last the longest are the business that's not satisfy the customer. But Warren Buffett said the success of your long-lasting business is to delight your customers, not to satisfy them. Because if you are delighting your customers, they'll keep coming back, because every time they're coming back, they see things that are new. They see you're welcoming them. They see you showing your empathize to them. You know, there are so many things. I know I'm going to wrap this up really quick, Chris, but every day, all of us, we could absolutely show some empathy to the people around us, to our community. For example, in California, we drive and we see traffic, people cutting us. You know, if we have no empathy, we would probably try to catch up to them and show your anger toward them. But having an empathy feeling is that you let them go. You only probably going to be 5 minutes, 2 minutes late, instead of letting that anger inside of us and not showing that empathy that we are talking about. So it's just something that really come up today, and I really wanted to, from this point on, is to practice being empathized, toward other people. And I think that's something that I really want to bring up today, Chris.
Very good, Julie Wen. Very good. Empathizing is a very strong word. And you know me, we got crazy and we got professional. Or she's over there. I don't know if she's up there or down there. Crazy and professional. Believe it or not, we're perfect together. You know why? Because Julie can break it down for empathy, sympathy, heartbreakings, whatever it is. Julie Wen's got every emotion in that body, and she can explain it to you perfectly. Where me, on the other hand, I'm crazy. I'm a nut job for impassive. I'm a nut job what it's going to do for impassive. And Cynthia, you are funny. Stop talking about my china cabinet. Hi, guys, on this YouTube, on this Facebook Live. It's a Speedy Live. Julie's here to give you words of wisdom. I'm here to say why those words of wisdom are so very important. Okay, empathy. Empathy. You got to have empathy. If you don't have empathy in you, I don't know, you're not a human being. You got to have sympathy. If you don't have sympathy in you, you're not a human being. You also got to have grace. You got to have fear. You got to have love. You got to have passion. All extremely important words in a human body, a human soul. If you don't have any of those, guess what? You're as dead as a rock. You better have some kind of emotions. And what impassive does is it brought out all of our emotions. Believe it or not, I've seen grown men cry. I'm one of them on these webinars through ONPASSIVE. Why? Because the tears are not of sadness. They're of joy, of something that we've always wanted nonstop. You know, how many of you go to a store, whether it's a hardware store or a mall, you're shopping, and you're like, oh my God, I wish I can afford that. Listen, there ain't a person out there that hasn't done that. Whether it's a woman with her purses, and that purse is, $2,500, like, wow, I really like that Gucci. I really like that Louis Vuitton, and those guys, we go to the hardware store and we're working on some project in the yard or on the house. And there's that beautiful saw, that DeWalt. It's got the blades and the teeth, and it's like $400. And you're like, oh man, I really wish I can buy that. Guess what? This is what ONPASSIVE is opening up the dreams for. Okay. When we launch, after we launch, as this baby starts growing and getting bigger and bigger, all that stuff, you're not going to walk into these stores anymore and say, I wish I could get that pair of shoes or that purse or that saw or that tool, because you're going to have the funds to do it. All right. And you ask me, how do I know that? Because if you actually study this, if you actually learn what AI is, if you actually learn what cheaper paying products that are superior to anything out there, everyone's going to jump on. That's why I know. Residual income is something everybody wants. Everyone needs. You've heard us say it 1,000 times. We have residual bills. Why not have a residual income to pay those bills? Just imagine if someone paid all your bills. You keep going to work. We've talked about this before, and you make a nice little chunk of change. But imagine that residual income paid all your bills, and everything that you're working for in your job is free money. All right, let's switch it around now. Switch it around. Yes, a lot of you are still working because we haven't launched yet. Okay, and you're paying your bills. That's a normal thing. Wouldn't it be nice to know that someone else will pay your bills for you? And then in a year or two, you have the opportunity to say, man, you know what? I don't need this job anymore. All right, this is one of the options. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you that, but what I'm telling you, it's an option, and the option is looking really, really good. It's really looking good. And if you can't understand that, I don't know what to tell you, okay? Every one of us have needs and wants. The problem is those needs and wants cost us our time, because we got to go to work. We got to pay for the house, the car, the gas, the vacations. Wants cost us. I got into a company called ONPASSIVE that's going to take care of my wants and my needs. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. Now, do I have sympathy or empathy for people that are struggling? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. And that's what calls oh bless. See, I didn't just get into this because I'm going to make a lot of apples, we'll say. I hate that word, but apples. Okay. I got into it because it had something that no one else had. 100% charitable donations go to the charities. And you know what? If anything, a lot of people signed up just for that reason. Now, you can't sign up now. You can't sign up now. You heard me yesterday say, when we launch in the world, Crazy Chris and probably Juicy Julie over here are going to be running around and we're going to be giving reseller positions away. Not the people that are already rich. Listen, everyone's going to be part of ONPASSIVE, but the people that are on the streets, young people that we want to stop from having to go into the grind. I want to be able to pay for kids' colleges. I want them to be able to fill their dreams through ONPASSIVE. The thing is, I don't have to do that. All I do is sign them up as a reseller. They're going to get their college paid, their dreams. They're not going to have to worry about being in a building for 30, 40 years. So that's all I got. ONPASSIVE. It's the way, the life, the new way, the new life. Throw the old way in the toilet and flush it 20 times. It's gone. Bye-bye. Welcome to ONPASSIVE. Julie, back to you.
Well said, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. In Speedy Life, we brought up a lot of things because it's Speedy. So, some of these things that we really brought up is to really wanted to say, some of the topic that we could absolutely dive deep into it. But I think at this point for all of us, I believe that we really need to focus on the people that we invite to ONPASSIVE. Especially this morning, I was on the phone with one of the individuals that I have a lot of respect to, the way how she's sharing, I've been doing a lot of things, because of learning, practice empathize towards someone, instead of coming in to judge someone right away, I would, be putting myself in someone's shoes to be able to understand that this person has a lot of things in their life they have to deal with, current life situations and things that are difficult to them, for them to stay plugged in or to do certain things that you truly want them to do. So therefore, you being there to help them, being there to truly help them to stay plugged in, to get updated with information. So we do hope that, things that we say here, you probably could pick out one or two things that, we all can do this together. And I believe that if all of us are doing this together, start sharing the information to the businesses owners around our neighbors, around our community, or around the world, I believe at the end of the day, everybody would truly do what they love. Everybody will be showing empathy to other people around them, instead of jumping in, be angry about things, or jumping right straight in, to judge them instead of walking in their shoes. So yeah, that's kind of like some things that I have in mind today. And I called Chris up and I said, well, let's talk about practice empathy today. So I hope that was interesting conversations we have today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Chris, go ahead.
I'm just going to say, I have empathy and I have sympathy for all those people that we've talked to in the last 2 years, 3 years, and 4 years that just didn't understand what we were trying to do. All right. I feel sorry for you. I'm not going to ever tell you I told you so, but I will say you could be a reseller. That's it. I never had any hate or dislike for somebody that was against ONPASSIVE because they didn't understand what it was. But I do know, and why I kept it nice, why I kept it sane, why I kept it, that word Julie keeps using. How do you say it, Julie? Say it loud. I want to say it loud and proud. What's the word?
I'm
okay. You're fired.
Well,
anyway.
the topics today, of course, we are talking about empathy, right? You
Right.
empathize to others people's situations. You empathize for other people, understanding of the topic, understanding of ONPASSIVE, so let's become leaders, right? Remember, leaders are not the people that stay in charge, but the people that are taking care of the people that you are in charge of. So let's be the leaders, right? Show empathy to other people.
Yeah. And how about just being a human being for once? How about trying to go through your day, just one day, and any kind of hate, anger that you have in your heart or your mind, just for one day, let it go. Watch how much your life improves. Trust me, every one of us got anger. Every one of us got a little, in us. Try for one day letting that anger go. Try for one day imagining things coming at you that you only dreamed about. You put those two things together, forget one and remind about the other, you're going to have a good day. And when it all comes to fruition, money, not having money makes a lot of people angry. And actually people that have a lot of money, they're angry too. So it's really up to you how you want to make life. But to the people that's never experienced a lot of money or had a lot of money, there's a new thing coming for you. All right. You are going to be the most giving people, I believe, that comes into ONPASSIVE. Not the people that already had money when they came into it, but the people that have struggled for pretty much their whole lives, that never made $2,000 in a year or $1,000 or even $500 in a year. And in the countries I'm talking to, you know who I'm talking to. You people are going to be the amazing people that really blow ONPASSIVE up through OBLESS, because I know you're going to be building your countries, your villages, your towns up amazingly. Why? Because you knew what it was like to have nothing. And now that you're going to have something, you're going to want to share that. I guarantee it. Julie, that's all I got today.
Perfect. The thought that just came in my mind, that all of us are in a community together. A lot of things that we see on screen, or I'm just talking about the community in general. Sometimes you really want to put yourself in other people's shoes, other people's feelings, to really see why they act the way they act, right? Instead, I often say this: if I wish that I could be in our CEO Ash Mufarah's shoes to feel how he is going through every day, right? Just a little bit, because how he is leading this company with full empathize for the world of people and the future generations. I think it's really beautiful. And everyone, if we are going through this journey, and there's day that we feel despair, or there's day that we lose, or wondering what is happening, all we need to do is put yourself in someone else's shoes, especially put yourself in, Ash's shoes, or Marty's, or Chris, or other leaders. So that's all. That's something that I wanted to bring it up, because I feel that we're in such a best time of our life. So thanks so much, everyone, for joining us on our live stream on Facebook, and everyone who is joining us on YouTube. Please remember that tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time, there's going to be an OBLESS webinar with Chris. No, there's no OBLESS.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Oh, I said 6 o'clock my time.
You did. That's what we do. We catch each other. See, neither one of us are perfect. We both know that. We make little mistakes all the time, but we all catch each other. That's the good thing what me and Julie do. Now, of course, I always make it funny because I'm a jokester, but nothing against Julie or anyone else. I always try to make a joke of anything. But if Julie makes a mistake, I catch it. If I make a mistake, Julie catch it. That's called ONPASSIVE, baby. That's what we do. Julie, go ahead.
That's right. So OBLESS is at 9 o'clock Eastern time. And then please make sure that you support Pam Turner and Kevin Rutledge YouTube videos. YouTube, they have a lot of very nice materials out there. Also, don't forget Pat Perrin doing live every day, and she's going toward, praising God and do all of that. But every single YouTube channel that we are promoting here has different tastes, a different look at different things. Sherry Away, she does her live every single day at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. She talks about her excitement. She talks about how she wants you to be part of it. And then Lishra T, and then Judy Rees. There are so many YouTube channels out there that I would like to call everyone. If you could subscribe to them, then you get to see a different perspective and different thoughts and, you know, different way of looking at ONPASSIVE. So thanks so much, everyone, for joining us. I think we have a pretty good conversation today, myself and Chris and everyone who's here with us. Please take care of yourself and other. And we will see you tomorrow on our Speedy Live and tonight on OBLESS. Love you all. Stay well. And then tomorrow, I think there's ONPASSIVE 360. I'm not sure what time.
I'm not sure what time, and I'm on it.
Yeah. So yeah, stay plugged in. Stay plugged in. The notes for yesterday is in the back office. The recording is in the back office. Guy, this is the best. And, you know, I can't wait till everyone really, yeah, stay plugged in.
We will ONPASSIVE you. Remember that.
Soon it will be ONPASSIVE it, right? Not Google it, but ONPASSIVE it. All right, everyone, take care of yourself.
Bye.